So here's what he had to say about Masvidal's performance from the past weekend against Colby Covington. He says, I saw Masvidal be gutsy and survive the 5 rounds, but while he was waving Covington on to come on, let's get some more, he was literally using 2 security personnel to lean on because that's how exhausted he was. Covington looked like he was just starting. He was that energized. The guy talking about Covington, is in phenomenal shape. He's an outstanding wrestler, and Masvidal admitted that his wrestling was flat. How is it flat coming into this fight, knowing this guy as well as you know him, and knowing he was going to try and do to you what he, and how much you supposedly hate him? How were you not ready for a wrestling match? I don't understand. It's inexplicable.
The reason you don't understand is you never wrestled a fucking day in your life. Jeez. And so to not understand, George was ready for the wrestling. It's just that, hey, Colby brings a pressure that wore him down. Go back to basketball.
Yeah, go back to covering the other sports that you think you know so much about, where countless other athletes have just talked shit about you. And this is why. Is that you're clickbait. You are the epitome of what is wrong with social media right now and the news and sports talk and all this other crap. This your show, First Take, and all the other shit that you guys do is fucking trash. It's always been trash. And the ESPN continues to tell you guys are doing a good job. It's garbage. You guys are a bunch of clickbait. You and all the other guys that you guys work with, it's all trash. You specifically, Stephen A., you suck. Like, all you do is downplay on these fighters. All you do is talk shit about them. You don't know the sport. We've seen you do your dick punch, baby punch. Okay, we already know that position. You suck. I feel like you have really kind of ruined what a lot of these fighters are doing, and a lot of these fans have learned to respect. You're downplaying. He was flat. You want to know why? There was a couple reasons, okay, which you would never understand because you've never trained that hard to understand. There's times where you show up and it's just not your night. You can just be flat because maybe he did overtrain. You wouldn't know about that because we've seen your mitt holding. We've seen your mitt punching. You're not overtraining doing that. Okay, I don't know if you can shoot a basketball because I know you cover basketball. I know you cover a bunch of sports. I don't know if you've ever played basketball. I don't care. Okay, but I'm not. I'm only talking shit to you in terms of what you're doing right now. This is garbage. The things that you say is garbage because you don't understand the sport. You don't understand that he's probably tired because he's had a long week of press and media and all the other things. He's also trained a lot harder than the majority of the athletes you ever talked about. Okay, 2 days, 3 days, running miles, doing those things. Football players, basketball players, they do it, but they go hard for 4 seconds. Okay, they jog up and down the court. Okay, those type of things are not the same as fighting in there. Someone pressuring you, someone breaking you, someone putting their weight on you. Those type of things you will never understand, and it's really sad that the UFC has to use you because you work for ESPN. It's a slap in the face to our athletes and our fighters. It's embarrassing. And I honestly believe they need to get rid of your ass in working with the UFC at all. Because every time you put your foot in the mouth and you say shit like this, but it just adds to the clickbait material that you are used to doing from your other shows. And it's trash. And now you're bringing your trash to to the biggest organization in the world. And now it's leaking down to the fighters. And you're talking shit. One day, you're going to say something. And they're going to see you in an elevator. Don't be surprised if they say shit to you back or they slap the taste right out of your mouth. That's the problem. And see, that you're putting disrespect on fighters like that. It's annoying to me. It really is. Because I know that George is a tough fighter. He's been around forever. Colby Covington is a fucking stud. He is a stud. I got a lot of flack because people thought I was being biased towards George. It's not that I'm not giving Colby credit. But styles make matchups. And in this fight, that style did not make a matchup. George couldn't stop the takedown. Colby was dominant in every position when it came to the wrestling and the top position, all of those things. It was a one-sided fight, and I'm a big George fan. It was a one-sided fight. But to say the things that Stephen A. said was garbage. It's trash. It's embarrassing that the UFC has to use you. I'm done.
I'm going to say one word. Ditto.